The MBA offers more than improvement of a future. It actually changes your mind. It changes the way you think. It changes in scientific terms. It creates a new synapses in your brain. It makes you look at the world from a completely different perspective. I'm here as an associate professor in pathology. I have a research lab and we do study different diseases such as osteoporosis, cancer growth in children, and that's a disease called osteosarcoma. And we study the metastasis of cancer to the bone. So we do a lot of research to investigate the mechanisms why these diseases happen and try to discover new drugs to treat and cure these diseases. I think a scientist, in my opinion, is the CEO of his or her lab. So you're talking about a CEO who has a small little corporation. They have 4 or 5 employees, but they don't have business background. Well, it works now, but it can work much, much better. So if some of these scientists who have funding and they have labs and have personnel, if they come to the business school and do a couple of classes here, a couple of classes there, they can dramatically improve their skills. My company started as actually, it was influenced by the MBA program. I was not planning on doing that. It was not in the books. One day I was in an MBA class, and it was actually an accounting class of all classes. And the professor was talking about company structure and how companies work. And then after that, I was talking to him about stocks. And then I went and read about it, and I found it really, really exciting. A few days later after that, I was in Atlanta talking to a collaborator of mine. And he has a biological model to study cancer. And I asked him about the history of that model, and he said that there is no future for it. And the university who holds a patent for it is going to abandon it and throw it away because they don't really know what to do with it. And then from being in the business school, I immediately found a future for it. So I said to him, I will structure a company and I'll buy that patent. And that's what happened. That's how it all started. So a week later, I actually went and met a lawyer, and we started a company. And then we had a bill of sale, and the company bought the patent, and the rest was history. So the name of the company is Novicure Biotechnology. We are a product, a service, and a discovery company. Prostate cancer is really not a fatal disease as long as you discover it early and it's contained in the prostate. During the last 50 years, the National Institute of Health, the Department of Defense, a lot of charity organizations poured millions and millions of dollars to treat this disease, but nothing came out of it. And one of the major reasons why, because the platform to study the disease and discover drugs is the wrong platform. So what my company did, purchase the rights for these cell lines, which are really the right platform for it. It's very authentic. So we commercialize these cells to industry as well as academia. The business school actually has a very, very great class. It's called An Idea to an IPO. And it was a great, great class. Every week they will have someone to come and tell us about one aspect of science. And one of them was Glenn Kensler from the Alabama Launchpad. And that's how I got involved in it. I was really, really interested. So I sent him an email later and I said, I have this small biotech company started just a few months ago. I would like to enter the competition. What do I need? And he said, just write an executive summary. I think the first phase they had maybe about 50 companies, and then go through different stages and phases of elimination. And now it's the final phase, and there are 9 successful companies from different universities. I strongly believe that anybody can do anything if they put their mind to it. You do need a training, and you need to be exposed to the right environment. And that's what really the business school does. The business school has great classes for everything.